When you have to spend hours glassing on a hunt, or you're trying to see your far-off shots downrange, being stuck behind a spotting scope can put a strain on your shoulders, back, and eyes. If you want to film what you're seeing through your scope, you'll need a tool that lets you either attach a camera or one that is a camera. Normally, to film through my spotting scope, I use a phone scope that lets me attach my phone to the scope. But sometimes it's nice to have your phone free so that you don't have to move behind the scope to see what it's pointed at. One tool that helps you with this is SpotShot from Shooting Made Easy. The SpotShot clamps onto your spotting scope eyepiece, and you can either view your scope on the 2.4-inch high-resolution screen, or you can stream what you're seeing via Wi-Fi to your smartphone. This lets you pop out your spotter and still view it while concealed, or let you spot your shots downrange without moving from your shooting position. The SpotShot live streams video, but it's not without its issues. First, it only streams and records in 1080 resolution, so it's not the sharpest image. And second, there's a bit of a lag between when you move the scope and when the image gets to your phone, so it can be a bit difficult to quickly get on what you want to see. And finally, while it will fit a good number of different spotting scopes, it does have some limitations. My Leupold SX2 eyepiece was too large for the SpotShot to fit on, but it worked fine on my Vortex Viper. This meant I had to use a spotting scope that had poorer clarity and image quality to use the SpotShot. SME says that it will fit eyepieces between 1 inch and 1.5 inches in diameter. It attaches to your eyepiece by using a rotary clamping mechanism that squeezes down from multiple directions by just turning the clamping ring. Once it's tight, it lines itself up with proper eye relief so that your image fills the screen. I was happy with how well the camera did this with minimal adjustment and fiddling. Once you have attached it, the unit freely rotates to correct orientation so that your screen is always right side up. The screen has a pretty clear image quality, but the matte viewing surface makes it difficult to make out fine detail. It does tilt about 15 degrees, which isn't very much, but it does give you some adjustment. I would have liked it if it would tilt more, like 90 degrees, so I can stay hidden and view it from down below, especially with an angled eyepiece spotting scope. I used the SpotShot on a recent mule deer buck hunt in southern Utah, and I was able to get some decent footage of deer about 300 yards away. I finally spotted my buck with it, but I was unable to record video of it because I could not get on it with the amount of lag between the phone and the scope. The SpotShot has the ability to either record video or take stills, but the resolution of those still images is only 288 kilopixels or 0.288 megapixels, so the resulting images are very small and low resolution. The SpotShot app is very basic with 2 buttons, Connect and Gallery, and once you're connected by turning on your SpotShot and then going into your phone's Wi-Fi settings and selecting the SpotShot as your Wi-Fi connection, and then hitting the Connect button in the SpotShot app, then you're presented with either video, still photo, or the gallery buttons. I will say that the SpotShot did a good job of reliably connecting when I was out in the field, far from any other networks, but it would frequently drop connection to the camera and switch back to my office Wi-Fi network if I was in range of it. That may be more an issue of my iPhone than the SpotShot though. There are only 2 buttons on the SpotShot itself, power and screen brightness. So even though the SpotShot uses a micro SD card to store images and video, you cannot actually take photos and videos without the phone app. There is a rechargeable battery inside, and you can charge or power the SpotShot with a micro USB cable. I was able to get about 5 hours of spotting time on a single charge, and then I was able to power the unit with a portable power brick in the field. I like that I can power it while using it, and I don't have to wait for the batteries to recharge. I think based on my field testing that the SpotShot is a great range companion where it's set in place and left alone, but not so much an asset in the field for recording animals that will move out of frame because of the lag between the phone and the camera. It's just too hard to get it on target while filming moving animals. It's also too low of a resolution for both filming and still photos to be much use for digiscoping. It's okay for showing your buddies that tight group on a paper target at the range, but not really ideal for capturing that animal of a lifetime in the field. I do like it as a range companion because I can spot my shots from the bench without coming off the rifle by just setting my phone on the bench in front of me. For this purpose, it's a real asset, and I will definitely be taking it with me for sighting in and zeroing my gun. Check out the SpotShot and the full range of spotting scopes and accessories at your local Sportsman's Warehouse or online at sportsmans.com.